Right, look, guys, you're watching the Get Some More, and today we're talking about Fear of the Walking Dead, episode 9 to 12, series 4. First time watching, my first reactions, and as you can tell, if you watched my last video, I was very negative, absolutely in a downer, and I was like, oh, what are these episodes? Episode 9 was still on that track. I was like, oh, God, it's not getting any better. It picked up. Episode 10 to 12, I really enjoyed. Well, I think episode between our characters in that house, and then we had the Morgan plot with the people, I found interesting. The other woman with the camera and the blonde woman, nah, I didn't really care. And when her, I guess her guy got killed, and he was, I'm at 27. I'm at 27. Actually, someone put a sticker on, made it look like 27. He's actually at 21, and then he gets killed. I didn't really care, but I enjoyed. I was like, oh, the woman that did that is creepy and scary, and a villain that is needed in this show. It felt like, so I'm interested in that. I've got to say, but other than that, the blonde woman and the person who records stuff, their journey did not care at all. But we get onto stuff I did care about and did enjoy. I did enjoy these episodes a lot more. So which makes me think series 4 is like this. You know, series 1 and 2, series 3, series 4 is like that. It feels like that's what I'm getting at the moment with enjoyment from the show. But like I said, I enjoyed this. So the sister dealing with the cope of losing her mom and losing her brother and trying to do the good what her mom did. I felt like she's over exaggerating how good her mom was, because her mom was still definitely willing to kill people and willing to do stuff. But anyway, trying to live to her mom's morals, fair enough, was decent, and definitely having her brother's killer, the little girl there, definitely challenged that. And I felt the house setting, the whole episode, was beautifully well done. I think this is the strongest episode in the whole of the show. I have to say, the whole of the show, yes. I honestly think this is such a good one. It was intriguing. It was interesting. The zombies and the little girl, after the sisters had massive words with her of what you've done. You brought all these people here. You basically killed my mom, not just my brother. And you're the one that pulled the trigger on my brother. And he knew that as he was dying, and he tried to help you. And that grief-stricken child was willing to end it. And then when she didn't have access to the gun, she went to the zombie and then was trying to get bit. And that was interesting as anything. Also, the child trying to do good and help the sister move her back into the house, whilst also the family members. She felt like it was a duty, her moral, to at least, if someone loved these people that are now zombies and dead, that they could pay tribute or visit them in some way. And that was interesting. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a cool dynamic. I felt like, yes, they're a long way off from being besties, but it was a gradual connection between the two in the right direction, and it worked, and it pushed our characters forward with them, and I like that. Now the Morgan stuff. The Morgan stuff was just obviously serious, but I thought it was fun. I honestly thought this was just a fun, really upbeat episode of such, with a lot going for it and a lot of plot twists, because obviously we find the guy who can make beer, and you got these other two couples that are like, hey, yeah, I mean, the guy in the wheelchair and the woman's like brothers, families, they're friends. I feel like they're friends. But anyway, them two basically blackmailing this guy and trying to get them to give beer, and then they set him off with her zombies after him. He's locked up and he's trying to run away, and he's got a thing in his head he can't see, and then he bumps into Morgan. Yet this previous couple that did that to him were really nice to Morgan, and they were like, oh yeah, go for these directions, and if you want anything, take from the shop. If you don't, that scenario. And then the plot twist turned out that they did this to the guy who couldn't create beer, and then they kidnap that guy and Morgan. And then at some point something happens to Morgan, he falls down, and they leave Morgan to die. And it's like he's trapped on this car and the zombies are coming for him, and it was just really cool to see. And it was also putting Morgan on his own to think about his actions and what he just done. He just left his friends behind, but he's still giving reference to the main show. He wants to get back to his main show, but he doesn't want to tell these people where Alexandra is from the main show and stuff, because he doesn't want his friends to be in danger for these people, you know. So he's trying to keep that information from them, which is why they kind of left him to die. And you know, as soon as they felt like they had the information, they went off. However, Morgan starts saying stuff on the cam, on the little thing, the what you call it, radio. I guess it's a radio thing. And obviously they hear it, and then they come not back for Morgan, but they bump into him again, and then get him on the journey. But then he says he's only going to help them know where to go if they help him deliver these boxes and stuff, which makes them bump into the blonde woman and the person who can record stuff on the camera. Them people, yeah. I don't know their names, don't really care about them. They bump into Morgan and stuff, and now they're together. However, we get that phone call of their friend. Hey, we're at 27. I'm at 27 as well. Turn out you're at 21. What's that all about? Basically, there's this woman listening to Morgan. Her truck got stolen by the two people that tried to kidnap Morgan and the beer guy. And she's got this zombie, and she's crazy, and she's writing on zombies and stuff. And she's literally got a plan of basically, we don't know yet. And it's like, it's intrigue. It's like, oh my God, she's chaotic. She's going to play this vulnerable, nice woman that turns out to be crazy and bonkers. And you can see it happening. And it just looks cool and interesting. And essentially, she got that guy killed. She tricked and put on the sign 27 when it was actually 21. She put that sticker there. She ambushed him and got him got. And then wrote in his head for, I guess, the Morgan and the friends to see on his head what's going to happen next. And she's just cackling away, smiling and ready for the plan. It's very interesting to see who she is and why she's gonna. Well, her truck got stolen, so I guess she wants revenge. But also, it's like, wow, this is an interesting character that could potentially be a villain chasing them, and it could be dark and interesting. So I'm excited for that. Not all our characters are joined up and teamed up again yet, but we'll see that hopefully happen soon. Yeah, these episodes were in a massive step up in the right direction. But of course, I didn't really enjoy episode 9. I thought that was naff, and there's not much to talk about on that. And obviously the other characters I didn't really care for. But the stuff they did with Morgan, the stuff they did with that sister and the child in the house was really cool, really well done. And I'm going to have to give these episodes, as a total of all, probably a 7. I think I would have done Morgan and the house scene bumping up to an 8, but I think episode 9 kind of lets it down for them. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 so far. Series 4 is a rocky road. I will see what I think of the final couple episodes next week. We're on the final of Series 4, so stay tuned for that, of course. But we don't just talk about The Walking Dead or Fear of the Walking Dead. Do Marvel, Doctor Who, DC, Rick and Morty, you know. Really a place to be for a geek like me, so join and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in another video soon. Have a nice day.